This channel must never be considered a substitute for advice provided by a doctor.
Hey, fit mummies to be. In today's episode, we'll be more active as we'll talk and walk you through the most beneficial and safe exercises for the first trimester of pregnancy. First of all, we need to be aware that out there are a lot of myths about working out during pregnancy. Therefore, a lot of misconceptions about what is good and what is bad. So, we better allow the specialists to guide us through this period, but not only, okay? As they know how to adapt the training sessions. First trimester is more sensitive as we want to make sure the fetus starts to develop well to avoid any unpleasant surprise such as spontaneous abortion. So we'll take note of anything like spontaneous abortion history, toxic or risky pregnancy, and we have green light from our medical professionals. Also, the fitness level mommy had before pregnancy. Now, my motto in life says awareness is the first step, but then perseverance or consistency is the key of success. So we'll apply it during first trimester pregnancy as well, as we want to be aware of what a correct postural alignment is in order to reduce back pain, and what a correct breathing process, which is playing an essential role controlling the stress our body will have to bear due to the little one inside. Okay, as I'm at Human Fitness Clinic in here, I'll take advantage of the machines and equipment around me, and we'll exemplify 5 exercises which will target the full body muscle groups we can activate without a negative effect on the pregnancy. Also, we'll make another video for mommies who don't have access to a gym whatsoever, and we'll adapt the exercises to body weight only and maybe a bit of an elastic band. So, quick reminder that any type of physical activity starts with a nice top-down warm-up. Okay? Again, don't do it on your own if you know there are some deficiencies, if you know that you have some issues, some problems in there. Listen to your professional healthcare trainer. Now we're gonna start. We're gonna go with a dynamic warm-up. We're gonna take every joint, head to toes, and we're gonna warm it up. 2 by 2, to the right, 2 to the left. We're counting to 8 twice. Each time we want to pull a bit further our head, so we make sure we're warming up the muscles. Now, up and down. Again, we're considering in here a nice healthy cervical spine, so we won't gonna have our movement limited by anything. Now, going forward to the traps in here, we're gonna do big circles as much as we can. We're gonna pull down and to the back. Together and alternatively. Now we're gonna go with our arms forward, and we're gonna open up our chest. We're not activating the core in here. We don't want to turn from our torso. Okay, so it's only from our chest in here as much as we can. Going further to the circles for our shoulders. Again, do not overcompensate from your traps. Don't bring them up. Nice big circles, forward and backward, 1 by 1 and 2 by 2. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, next one. Chest out, belly button towards the spine in here, without any pressure onto the little one. If we don't have any issues and we are flexible enough, we can do the next one, which is a bending over warm-up, yeah, for our posterior chain in here. If we do feel any pain, just stop. Or if we don't feel confident enough, we can use a wall or a piece of furniture whatsoever, so we can stretch the posterior chain as much as we can. Now, we're going all the way up, breathe in, and all the way down. Don't you worry, I'm a bit more flexible than the majority, so don't you worry if you're not touching the ground, ladies. As much as you can go, as low as you can go, and you feel it's warming up, this is the perfect version for you. Breathe in, breathe out. If the belly allows us, we can go with our feet together. If not, don't you worry about that either. The extremities, the wrists and the ankles. And that it do for the minimum of warm-up. Okay, so again, this is the minimum of warm-up. And I want you to do it before any type of physical activity you are doing. Then you can have a specific warm-up, but for now I wanted to target a minimum. Now that we're warmed up, let's go to the 5 exercises we've mentioned before. First and foremost, we're gonna target the inner thigh in here, because we know there's a zone of a problem in here. Now we can use the pin to adjust according to our flexibility level. We can put one foot in here onto a side, and if the flexibility level allows us, we can get onto the other side as well, or we can help with our hands. What we don't want in here, ladies, we want to support our back. Why? Because we want to engage. We don't want to arch our back. We don't want to put pressure onto the lumbar spine. We want to focus, again, the inner thigh. Yeah, we can use the handles if we feel the need to. Breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're squeezing as much as we can the adductors. That's how they call, that's their function. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now the next one, it's for our glutes. So the outer thigh in here. Again, heels through the hole. Again, I don't want you to support your back from the same reason, but I want you to have fully contact with your glutes. You can use the handles if we need to. Breathe in, breathe out. And as we breathe out, we want to squeeze the glutes. Breathe in as we get our feet together, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Push with your knees as well towards the exterior side. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Going to the upper body in here, we want to target the upper back, and we're gonna use the cable machine in here for the rows. Again, this is very important, ladies. I want you to pay attention because the execution technique is very important. This is the most important out of this exercise. What we want to do is to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're pulling as much as we can our shoulder blades together. So again, this is an exercise for the upper back, not for your arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't overcompensate with your traps either. Moving forward to the lat pull down cable machine, we're gonna use the wide grip for today one. We don't want to overcompensate from our traps, so mind that. We want our traps to be as low as we can. We want to engage our lats as much as we can. Breathe out as much as you can as you pull down. Breathe in as the bar goes up. Breathe out as the bar comes down. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so make sure your traps are not overcompensating and you're squeezing, again, the shoulder blades as much as you can. Last but not least, kickbacks. We're gonna use the cable machine so we can adjust the weight that suits us. We can hold on to the machine in here or onto the wall or whatever we find around us. What we want to pay attention to, the ladies, in here, it's that our glutes, we don't want them perpendicular onto the sole. Why? Because we want to stretch as much as we can the glutes. So that means we're going to push our glutes as far as we can. Okay, so we can engage as much as we can our glutes. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So we always have a nice tension into our glutes in there, onto the posterior chain. We're not overcompensating from our back, from our core, from our anything else, but glutes, yeah? This is an exercise that targets the glutes. Now, these are the 5 exercises that I personally consider very beneficial and safe for the first pregnancy trimester, because they are not putting a lot of pressure onto direct pressure onto the abdominal area, which means the little one it's very safe. Okay. I'm waiting for you for your feedback, ladies, in the comments. Comment down below, or however you feel more comfortable. And let's make this little one fit. Don't you have access to a fitness gym? Don't you worry, mommy. In this video, we're gonna have the 5 exercises adapted for the home version, where you can use an elastic band and just a chair whatsoever.